All right, everybody. So today, take this off. Today we had a pretty neutral day in the market today. We're going to look at stocks we own, stocks we're looking at, and after looking at this in depth, I'll kind of show you what I saw today. So overall, you'll see a lot of red, but that is, I don't know, it's kind of a little bit deceptive. You see some green here, so you'd think, okay, it must be a bad day in the market. It just means the market, let's see, in fact, overall, let's take a look at what the market did today. Yeah, the market was down 323 points, 1.4%. So you'll see that a little bit more red than green, but as we look at these numbers here, they're all small percentages, 3%, 4%, 2%, there's some 10, 3, 4, 6, 1, 2, even the gain is barely a gain, 4, 3. Overall, we're not going to go through all of them, but it's basically that kind of day where there wasn't a ton of movement. And so for me, what we want to look at is we go to our stock screener, and generally we want to look at, when we look at buy orders and sell orders, these are orders that you want to have in place in case the market goes down so you can buy things cheap. Just think about getting a coupon or a discount to your store. And this is the one where you basically want to cash out ones that you feel like you can use the money better. So as we went today, one of the limit orders we had was on this company called Yuko, and we're going to talk about those in a little bit. But I basically went through and updated all the end of day numbers on this and took that, sorted it, put it into this tab by upside. So this company Yuko, which is, let me go back into there. In fact, we'll just log into, where is this? Go, whoop, log into Yuko, which basically is a Bloomberg fund, ProShares Ultra Bloomberg Crude Oil ETF. So it's an ETF. Basically, ETF is an exchange traded fund. It basically just trades on an index. And so I had looked at that this last time and said, looked at it and said, the upside is so strong on this that I'm willing to throw a little bit of money on that. If it doesn't work out, I can sell it, and make back a little bit of my money, but I generally don't take losses. Or if it goes up, the upside is insane. So, and to give an example, I didn't include this. So the upside, investing $2,000 would be basically an upside of close to $16,000. All right, so with that being said, we took a look at everything, reorganized it, looked at number 2, GNC, we looked at as number 2, and that's gaining upside. But when I looked into that, mainly what we're finding is GNC is screwed. They may not make it through this this whole catastrophe without going through bankruptcy and maybe having a smaller footprint. Maybe they get bought out by some other company, which very well might happen. So I'm staying away from them right now. In fact, we'll mark this with a red one just so we know to stay away from that. RWT is Redwood Trust, and we looked at that. It's trading at 372. That's what we see right here, and that is in our holdings because it's anything green here, stuff that we already own. And that one I bought at 250. It's trading at 372, and we've made basically 50% on it. So I'm okay with that. I don't feel like doing anything right now with that, but we'll keep that as a possibility. So one that we want to keep our eye on, but nothing enough that makes me want to pull the trigger today. From there, we have IVR, which is doing really well. We currently have a limit order of $3 on it. So if it goes to 414, then we'll be in a good place. And so let's pull up IVR here. I'll show you one of the things that I looked at today. So we have that limit order where we'd say, okay, if it hits $3, it's going to trigger a purchase. So we want to see how close we are to that. So right now it's at 415, and for the day, let's see, where are we at here? The day, does it show it on this one? I know it shows it on my phone version. So maybe expand this out. All right, I've never actually gone through this, so this is kind of interesting. All right, so that's a bigger chart. I don't need that. Let's take a look here. We'll go back. And what it shows in my phone version, let's see, does it have stats here? No. Anyway, in the phone version, it says that the low it hit today was 198. Are we looking at the right one here? Let's take a look. Oh, no, that's Bloomberg shares. Let's take a look here. IVR on the phone version. Let's see, the low hit 366. So this would trigger at 3, and I'm still considering it. I like the stock in general. I'll take it at 3. Right now, we have it at 290, which is about kind of where we want to keep it. We generally don't want to lower this cost basis, but we're making 43% right now. So if it goes up, great. We'll probably take away that. We'll probably eliminate that limit order off and find something else. And if it goes down, then we get a coupon, which is always really good. From there, we have a big gap, nothing I really looked at. This is the percentage of analysts that say they want to buy it, so those numbers are relatively low. NBLX, we currently have a limit order on. ERI, which is Eldorado Resorts, and CEQP, we have limit orders on. Beyond that, the only other one that I was considering maybe was TWO, which is Two Harbors Investment. It's a real estate trust, has 89%. And this one actually took a hit today. So if we look at, let's go to, let's open this guy up. So if we look today, let's see what they did today. Maybe it'll say in the other one what we did today. Yeah, today it went down 7%, so I'm like, all right, that's a cool discount. So we plug that number in here, and it's starting to move up the track a little bit. So I have my eye on that, hence the little yellow thing just to draw my eye to it. But nothing that I'm ready to pull the trigger on yet. And as we go down, we don't have any limit orders on anything, so we'll leave that alone. So basically, we're at a point where we're kind of sticking around. We're not really doing a whole lot today. We made a little bit of money on some things. We got a really good investment on UCO, and we can delete that out because we won't need that anymore. And when we go to our projections, this basically shows where we stand right now. And we're still slated at 542, but I have a feeling that this is going to go higher. Part of it's based on these being a little bit low as far as the upside and what we're looking for. So we'll see what we're doing, but so far we're slated at 115.5 off of an investment of 20. So not a bad day. See what the market holds tomorrow. Oh, I'm not even sure if it's too early to look at this, but the other thing that we look at, we'll go to Dow Futures and see, sometimes if it's too early, you can't really tell anything because it's showing today's, but it's showing a little bit of an up market. Now, it's a little bit of a, yesterday over the weekend, it was showing a higher number, so it's relatively flat, 0.10. So no big trend that we can see right here. NASDAQ is 0.10, and the S&P, for all intents and purposes, is 0.10. So we're going to hold on to this, see what happens tomorrow, and go from there. But right now, in case we get some discounts, we're well placed. And if it goes up, obviously we're well placed still. We'll see you tomorrow.